I touch that fine for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. I told I like you, that bitch. I do it all, and I'm around. You scared to do. I'm not. As long as you joking now here for me, I ain't got it. I've been scheming, looting. I ain't your body. As long as you dreaming about me, ain't no problem. I don't got nobody just with you right now. For the truth, I look better.
So you guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's do that one. So today we're like going for some, all right. Today we're going for something different. I'm like, I seen so many comments like, let's do a podcast or something, but I just didn't want to do like a regular podcast that just talked about the LGBTQ community, even though I know that's what I come from. That's me. I'm LGBT. LGBT is me. But I just wanted to do a little something different. You know, this is my aunt here, Melissa.
What's Google? We doing that one right now, period.
So,
what's your name?
y'all know that this is the girl that I was talking about who was like holding it down while I was in prison. I was on the phone with her like, Ma.
I'm Titi.
That's Titi Mooley. So we brought her on here today. So today we're just going to be touching bases and getting different perspectives on trans women dealing with a straight male or a DL male or a trans attracted male. However you guys want to identify them or however they choose to identify themselves. And we're just going to tap into that. So we have our Espinal, our 1800, our Welch's, Trident. So let's get into it. Like, what's up? How you feeling? How was your flight here? You caught a flight out here to do this podcast?
Hold you. I'm tired, son. I'm like, I need this drink bad.
Jet lag and all of that.
Tired. I'm ready. I'm here for the shits though.
Okay, always here for the shits. So you was dealing with a straight man. Well, what is he? What do you consider him?
What do you mean I was?
You were dealing with the no.
I was dealing with a guy.
Okay.
I don't know what he identifies. I don't know his orientation at all.
Okay.
But I think he fits the qualities of a DL man.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he falls into that category.
But why DL if he's out publicly with you, kissing you up in restaurants? That's not a DL man. A DL man.
Some DL.
So what makes him DL? Right. So what makes someone DL?
What makes someone DL is when they're when they try to hide you. They hide who they are from you. In my perspective, like
meaning like who they truly are, like their true
whether
intentions.
they hide
with
their
you.
friends or you can't meet the mom. You don't even know where they live. Type shit. Like you don't really know who this person is. Like you think you know them, but you don't really know them. Like you don't know where they go to school at. Like, and this is somebody you're fucking with. So like you're supposed to get to know them. Like you're supposed to know these things. So
right.
Like, yeah.
So what's like the time frame of you having to know these things? Because I was dealing with a straight guy. Well, he considered himself straight, and I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get a little more into that in my story, but he considered himself straight, and I'm just the type of person that's like, whatever you want to consider yourself, you have to consider yourself. We're at a day and age. It's like, why do you have to put a label on it? Like you F with who you F with, you feel how you feel for that person, and let it just be that. Why do I gotta be trans, or why do he have to be straight, or why does he have to be gay for dealing with me? Like why? Like we just fuck with each other. Like why can't we just fuck with each other? So yeah, I was just dealing with someone who considered themselves to be straight. I forgot what I was getting to.
Like, Ma, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I feel blank right now. Like,
don't feel blank.
Come on, but we were getting at the fact you're a straight guy, my straight guy. So.
Right, but no, we were getting back to you. I was like,
what made him DL?
What made him DL?
Okay. So when I first met him, he was a very open guy. Like, you know, he didn't give you like, oh, I'm trying to like hide or like he's looking over his shoulders. You know, of course, because bitch, I'm real as fuck.
Right,
so.
Daddy.
But some people, you know, that shit exists in their head. So you could be the realest thing and they still feel like, okay, ooh. But he didn't like do all of those things. He was outside, like actually he was the total opposite. He was like he's outside. Like, bitch, he wants to perform. Like,
Right.
he want to be in the mix and show you off. Like,
Okay.
like no shade. Like, he want to be like, oh, she's a baddie. Like, I want to be outside with her. Look,
Right.
like, look what I got. Like,
Right. But
So-
that's not DL to me.
Listen, but you know, he's doing this in places that he don't know people. You know
And
what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
no
So-
one knows.
Yeah, like I don't really
Yahtzee at
care.
all.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I want you to think I don't really care because I don't know these people.
They
Let's go
can't
to your
judge
hood,
me.
like,
Right.
Let me see where you. Let me know where you went to school at. Where's your first fight? Like, let me see your mother, your sister.
Right,
you know, within time. But like, I'm not saying like, oh, when you first meet a person, like,
Right, that's what I was asking.
Yeah,
How
like-
long does it take?
I feel like it depends on your vibe. How
Okay.
often y'all see each other, how often y'all speak. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like within the first 2 weeks, or at least
That's
3
crazy.
weeks. What?
What, to be meeting the family?
No, I'm just
Oh.
saying, like, for you to know personal shit about them.
Oh, okay, for sure. You definitely don't want to open up too
Yeah,
fast.
like, not too much. The
But
early
it
stages.
depends. It depends, right. Because when I first was dealing with the straight guy, the first night, whenever I got out of prison, I forget the day, but I wind up coming back home and hit him up through the DM, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm back home or whatever, like, something happened, I'm so sorry. And he was basically giving like, oh, wow, like, I thought you didn't want to deal with me no more, like, you know, I was about to clip
Wait,
it, like,
right. Yeah.
So he was giving all of that. So we linked up one night. We took a nice walk in the park. Ooh. No, for real.
Like, you
I
OJ,
can't,
like, babe.
But yeah, we took a stroll in the park, and I was just upfront about everything, and that's why I feel like people relate to me so much, and that's why I feel like people really fuck with me so much, because I don't care how I'm perceived, but now it's maybe hurting me in the long run, and we can definitely get into that now. I feel like I was a little bit too transparent for him, because he asked certain questions like, what do you do, and this, that, and the third, and I'm over here like, yeah, I do this, I do that, and I'm out here. So it's keeping it real, but to someone, I could be keeping it too real. I could be exposing too much. But you were saying 2 to 3 weeks, right? I'm letting shit out on the first day. You ask me a question, I'm an open book.
I gotta know something.
Like, something at least. Like, you know what I mean? Tell me something, like, something.
So
that
give
makes
us
me
the
feel more
breakdown of
connected.
y'all. Like, how'd y'all meet? What happened?
How we met. Like, we really doing that. All right, so
Yes, memory lane.
we met on the sites. If you know, you know.
Okay. Do you want to get into the
Like,
sites?
we met on the sites. So, you know, doing that. We went on the sites. He pulled up. Yeah, I know. Like, you know, you're not supposed to shit with
So when you seen him, was he giving like tea chaser? Was he a DL man at the
What do you
time?
mean? Like, there's no look to that. Like, you can't
I
just.
feel like some men are just bisexual. It doesn't even have to be a DL thing. Like, some of them are bisexual. Like, they like both.
Some of them like everything.
That too.
And those people are the scariest people because they like everything and they don't want nobody to know what they really like. I like you, I like you, I like you. I'm having you.
Like you just said, the cat,
I'm
the door.
carrying with you.
But I feel like men know exactly what they want as soon as they lay their eyes on it.
Men are visual. Well, some men are
Whether it's
visual.
a male, a female, a trans, or whatever, I feel like once you pursue it, you already know what's tea.
So go ahead.
feel like-
You met him on the sites.
Yeah, I met him on the sites. Yeah, this is icky. So I met him on the sites. He pulled up and like, he just was giving. Like, he was giving what it needed to.
And it was
give.
everything that you love. She loves a Dominican. If y'all don't know,
First of all,
a
like,
Dominican is gonna get her,
don't
honey.
listen to this bitch. Don't, no labels over here. I love all
Please
kinds.
stop.
But she's like,
Okay.
but yeah, anyway, he pulled up just giving, like the vibe was just, mind you, he pulled up to my brother's house. So, you know, my brother's in the back room. I'm over here like, damn, like, am I really about to violate my brother? Like, cause no shit, I'm like, the way I was feeling, I just wanted to carry you on the spot. Like, and if my brother walked out the room and saw what he saw, it was gonna get
It
paid.
was gonna be that, right?
Like, oops.
Sorry, boo.
Sorry, boo.
I am busy.
But no, we hit it off, and I just started to notice certain things. Like he, like I said, he wanted to be out there. Like, you know what I mean? Some guys that I used to date, they were laid back. They felt like, you know, they didn't want to do that with any kind of female. It had nothing to do with me being trans. But for him, he just wanted to be on Front Street. So we would go out and we would do things. And I didn't really get no red flags at all. I'm just like,
Everything
okay.
was real smooth.
Everything was
your
cool.
honeymoon phase.
Well, and this is the beginning. So
Right.
I'm really, the way I'm looking at it, I'm just like, let me see, like, who you really are, like, what
Right,
you really
feel
give
you
it.
out.
Like, you know, if you really acting, because, you know, people will put on a performance.
For
and
sure.
they really got, like, the first day, 2 days, 3 days, bitch. After a week, the gig is up.
Calling your bluff, right.
And, like, so I just wanted to see what he was about. And he took me to some places that he took me to places that he knew people, but it wasn't, like, close people. So it started fucking my head up a little bit. Because it was like, all right, yeah, you want to be outside. And I'm like, I'm not, like, I'm naturally a shy person.
Right.
So the fact that you want to take me and give, oh, come over here and meet my
Right.
And, like, you know, as a trans girl, like, no shade for me. Like, if I get clocked with my nigga, like, I'm done. Like, no shade. Like,
What would that do
wrap
for
me
you?
up. Like, that would just,
But
like,
clocked by who? Like his
just
friend?
in general, just picture you being outside with somebody, like, and you
They're
just,
gonna automatically make y'all.
like, you know, like, first of all, like, oh yeah, he's gay, like, or whatever the case is, or like, like, that's a, like, you
Right.
know, like, nah, like, that would kill me.
That's a
out.
done deal for you.
I'm gonna want to tell
You gotta
like,
you gotta take an Uber home. Gotta catch an Uber.
nah, at that point, I'm like, I gotta volley. So yeah, like, he took me to meet his uncle.
Was it his blood uncle?
I don't know, but at
You
the
just know
time,
it was the uncle.
while I was in the moment, I'm like, oh, okay, like, but clearly they had like a really good relationship.
Right.
And it was the uncle and the cousins. This was at some club, like, mind you, like, before we went into the club, I kind of seen the set already, and it was just like, okay, like, this is some mixy, mind you, he's from Texas, so this is some mixy shit. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, like, we really in the hood. Mind you, I had some tight ass little romper, like, pussy out, tuck,
Okay.
you know,
All the way
the tuck in the
back.
front. You got to throw the bag in the front just to cover it up, type shit.
Oh my
like,
god.
But yeah, so I didn't think that we was going.
And it's his hood. This is his hood in Texas.
Right. I don't know if this is his
Hood, but right.
But
in Texas,
he knows
and
people
his
here
uncle,
once again.
right?
It didn't give. Oh, this is where I grew up, or this is why I hang out. Like, he didn't give me that story time. So before we even went into the spot, I'm over here like, oh no, like, you never get somewhere and just kind of like got this rush of anxiety, like, oh my god, like, this is mad people, like, I gotta,
Right.
like, you gotta prep yourself for the breakup. And I'm like, damn, like, I didn't dress for the occasion. I did not think that I was like
About to be going out.
right, like, or not even going out. I didn't know that, like,
Around family and all of that.
oh yeah, because I was
Yeah,
femme queen, and
right.
I could
I
have
was
wore
just
something to be a
channeling,
little,
exactly,
yeah, like, I
more
could have been a little
covers
more
up.
quiet, a little more conservative.
Yeah.
I was just giving, yeah. So I'm over here like, no, like, I don't want to go in there. Like, I don't want to go in there. And he's just giving very much like, oh, like, it's, now that I think about it now, like, at the time it was top tier.
You
The
was in
time
it.
it was what I need to say. He was just giving, oh yeah, like, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, you should be proud of who you are, type shit. Like, I would never let nobody say nothing or, you know, violate you or anything. And I didn't say, like, I don't know what made him say that. 'Cause probably my energy or whatever, but he was just trying to, like, boost me up, I guess, or, you know, validate me. Like, oh, I don't care if you're trans or if anybody spooks. So it was just
Right.
like, okay.
Be comfortable. Be you.
Right, type shit. Like, I'm comfortable, I don't care, so.
And so do you feel like it was genuine, or you feel like looking back at it now, like you feel like what? What do you feel like now? Like this was a part of his...
At the time, I thought this was just like oh my God, he's Prince Charming. This is what, you know.
Every T-girl wants.
Right.
Right.
But literally,
Right.
this is what every T-girl wants. So
Literally.
that's when I just like, you know, at the time I just felt like, oh, okay, this is what I needed to hear. He's really such a good guy. But, you know, later on, you realize, you start connecting the dots in the spot, bitch, and it just be like, oh, okay, like,
Yeah.
been down this block already.
Okay,
like,
right. Heard
this
it
is,
all before.
I heard it all before.
Heard it all before.
Type shit. So, yeah, but, am I like continuing, like, am I just telling the whole story?
I mean, yeah, if you want, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, so yeah, like, I met him within a week's time. Oh, so he came the first night. Let me start back in time lapse. First night he came, he linked up. We, like, was vibing. We stayed up all day. Just vibing, just doing regular shit. Like, he went home. We linked the next day. Then the next day. So basically, like, we were seeing each other non-stop for, like, 2 to 3 weeks. Like 2.5 weeks straight. Like,
Okay.
I'ma
And you
say,
were
like,
staying in Texas at this time too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was outside, like, I was just outside doing my little ones.
And how many years ago was this?
Oh my God. This was like 2019 or 2019.
A little over 6 years ago.
No, probably like 2020.
Okay.
Because pandemic was like what, 21?
2019. Yeah.
Oh no, so yeah, this is this is like
But
2018.
it
too.
lasted 3 years.
Right.
Right. So this is probably like 2018 roughly.
Okay. COVID was over like 2022.
Right. COVID, I thought COVID started 2021.
No.
No, that's just
COVID-19. COVID-19.
started in 2019.
Oh my God.
Ended in 2022.
Don't put that up there, like make me look
Came
dumb.
back out 2023.
It never left from this,
And then Netflix special, yeah. So.
All right, yeah, so back to it, like, we chilling together, like, every day, like, and at this point, like, this my man. In my head, you
Right.
can't tell me nothing. This is my man.
No, that's
I'm in wifey mode, bitch.
Okay.
I'm outside, I'm like, girl, I gotta give y'all all this here. So in the course of this time, these probably like 2.5 weeks, we're doing everything. Mind you, we're going out and
like different restaurants, different
Different
places,
restaurants, like-
exploring the towns together.
Right. Just
he's
running it up.
So he's from Texas.
Right.
And because you're out in Texas, is he still wifing you up, like holding the hand in public, kissing you in the public places? Like, is he giving all of that, or it's giving like, this is my friend, we're just standing side by side, we're just going out to eat, like it's not really giving affection and a romantic like it is behind closed doors?
wait, what?
What is it giving in public? Like,
In
are
public,
y'all
no, in
holding
public,
hands? Are y'all kissing
yeah, no, in public,
affectionately?
he's very PDA. Like, he just wants to, like I told you, he wants to perform. He's
Even in Texas.
in Texas,
Okay.
everywhere he's at. But
Okay.
I never been to his neighborhood to know, like, okay.
Okay.
That's like, you know, we in New York, whatever the case is. We live in Harlem. He's in Brooklyn, holding hands. He's in Queens, kissing me up. He's in Staten Island, boo, hugging me, lifting me up, putting me on his shoulder type shit.
Right. But when he gets to
You know,
Harlem,
Harlem is giving, all right, babe, like,
just, yeah.
I ain't never been to Harlem.
Okay.
Take me to Harlem. You've been everywhere but Harlem.
Right. Okay.
So, first of all, when he started FaceTiming his friends,
Around
like, I just
him.
started peeping the kikiness, like, every time we get to a spot, it's a whole like, oh yeah, like, yeah, y'all need to come here, like, but it's like mad moving the camera, like, he's
Moving the
making
camera
shit, like,
away from you?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, like,
making,
I'm with you.
like, very solo date about the situation. So I'm just like, never been the type of bitch to be begging to be in nobody's camera.
Right. Because
But
I really
the
want you to
fact-
show me anyway.
Exactly,
So,
but the fact
yeah.
that you doing that just gives me it. Like, bitch, you know you're not on a date by yourself. And then when they ask you who you
Who you
with,
with?
it's all types of like, oh, you switching the conversation or like, chill. Like, nigga, who you with? If you with it, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm with a baddie.
right, period. Like, bitches don't even have to say nothing. You could just be like, I'm just, you know, you outside. Because most niggas is gonna want to show off they bitch. Like, nigga, I'm doing rich nigga shit with a bad bitch. So the fact that you hiding,
Yeah.
red flag.
Yeah.
Fact that you can't really speak and say who you with, that's another red flag
Red
too.
flag, yeah.
Then I ain't never been here. Where you from? You ain't never take me to walk.
So you never been to his crib?
Never been to the crib. God forbid, I never been to the crib.
Damn. I feel bad for you.
But nah, no shade.
Like that when they got something to hide. When they,
Like, I mean, I don't know the living situations, but I was never the type to call into nobody's house and meet their moms type. Well, I mean, it depends on if I really, really fuck with you. But if you living
Right.
with your moms, first of all, I don't even want to date nobody living with their mom. So,
Yeah.
like, save yourself the embarrassment. No, I'm like, you know, we can
But
be-
why is it embarrassment? What if he's going through something? Like, what if he's saving up to get his own place? So, like, to
It's a
purchase
difference,
a
right.
place instead of
It's
renting a
nothing
place.
wrong with living, like, it's a difference between living with your mom and your mom living with you. If you're living with your mom, then you're just at a certain point in your life that I just don't want to be associated with that. But if your mom is living with you, then that just shows that you
What makes the mother living with you? You're taking care of your mother?
basically like
So
you're
is my
not-
mom living with me right now, or am I living with my mom?
Your mom's living with you.
Okay. It's her apartment, but I pay the bills, so she's living with me.
You kind of like if anything were to occur in that house, you'd be the person to handle what needs to be handled. Like,
Okay.
so you kind of like.
So I'm not an embarrassment.
No.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what
like
I just
you said,
wanted to
you know,
get
your
to.
mom, you doing what you got to do for your moms now. But now, if you live with your moms and you still can't like, first you gotta have respect for your moms. But like, you can't have nobody in the house, or
Yeah.
it's just giving. You gotta like buy like what like
Yeah.
no. Bye.
Okay, so you never been to the house.
Never been to the house. Never. Yeah, never been to the house.
So what was like? Okay, so one of the
I
red
told
flags.
you the FaceTime in
Right.
the
Not wanting to say who he's with,
right.
but you met the uncle.
Was that really the uncle?
But what it gave? So what transpired when you seen the uncle?
He was like, "Hi." It was a club. We went to a club, so it was
Okay.
just like, you know what I mean. And mind you, this is Texas, so bitch.
And I'm gonna say this is the time you told me you was in a section with all of them.
Took her to a lot of mix and blend type of locations.
Right. Dark.
Like she's on candy, like I said. Like if you was to walk
I'm walking
around
through the
and
club
see
with a
her
baddie.
sitting there minding her business, you wouldn't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And who am I to come up and question and be like, oh, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
And you know, when I open my mouth, the voice is kind already, so it's really nothing for nothing. And I felt like he knew, like, once
really
again,
nothing
he
for nothing.
really was. This nigga was so advanced, bitch, in the game, like that.
Here,
I
come
just
pull
started
your
to
mom.
realize the games that he was playing. Because, like I said, he was bringing me to it like it's a night setting, it's a club, bitch. You like, yeah, it's a mix up. People are
Put your
drinking,
cups over
like,
there with the ice in
of
it.
course,
Yeah, yours is right there with the straw.
but.
We're gonna have to drink the water out of it.
It was at that point, big thing. His social media. He was very funny with his social media.
Let's talk about the social.
That was where it got to a point where I was like, okay. Because it's like, bitch, if you talking in vanish mode, if you not no shade,
I don't like that.
if you not no
you have
celebrity,
to write me in vanish mode,
bitch, if you not
then
no
you
fucking
should not be
celebrity,
writing
bitch,
me.
that vanish, like,
I do not play with that. Someone
you-
just wrote me on vanish mode last night. I'm like,
Right.
ew. Here we
I'm
go with
ta-
vanish mode.
I'm taking you up. But like, no shade, if you not no celebrities, like, what's the point of a vanish mode?
I don't like
Like,
that.
for what?
Because
Who,
you don't want like who's going through
Right.
your DM? Who's
Who-
going
like,
through really
who's
your
gonna
DM?
screenshot and who cares that much about you? Like nobody.
And then niggas try to flip it on me like, oh no, you put me in vanish mode.
It be in their head. They be delusional. They
Nigga,
really be
bye.
feeling
What am I
like,
putting you on vanish mode for?
Bye.
nigga put me on vanish mode because he was hiding from his baby mother. So it's like,
They got fences for that. But I'm just saying, you got a number for that, or you got.
girls and stuff do stuff like that. Ain't no nigga about to make no whole fence do all of this and do all of that.
I mean, a lot.
You'll be surprised.
A lot
Niggas
of
be
like,
making
any nigga,
fences.
He acting like that?
a lot of people got fence. I mean,
Because they do shit on a
Yeah.
fence that they can't do to make it seem like it's them.
So they have a whole bunch of girls in the front.
or even so, niggas will hit you with the yo. What's your number? Boo boo boo. But the vanish mode, like, I mean, it varies. Like, I'm not gonna just sit there and deem you like, you know, whatever, because you're in vanish mode. I just feel like, let it be a good reason why you're in vanish mode. Like, what you got to hide? Like,
So to bring you back to topic, you're still not really giving me anything that's giving like DL. Like you're sitting here saying,
Ready to
I-
come out to his family and friends?
but that's what I'm saying. Did you want to meet the family? Like was that an issue for you? Like you was liking this nigga so much that you felt like it was time to
no,
meet
it
the
wasn't
family?
that. It wasn't that. It was just the switch.
Like what
up.
games is he playing? I'm still trying to understand it because I'm really not getting it right now.
If he wasn't
Okay.
DL, the games that he was playing is the games that a sneaky nigga would play. Like,
But it wasn't much of a game. I mean, if you don't want your homeboys to know who you fucking with, then that's
I mean,
just
no. It's not even about not wanting your homeboys to know who you're fucking with.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact that you feel like you genuinely have to hide who you're with in certain settings. Like, you have to filter yourself when you talk. You're basically changing who you are when you speak to certain people.
Okay.
So that's the red flag right there.
Okay.
Like, okay, you act one way around this person, you act another way on this person. So, okay, you can hug me and hold me in front of this person, but like
when we're
you
around
can't-
him, don't do that.
at all. Or I don't even say nothing.
Just stand around.
Don't say nothing. Don't be seen. Don't be like, you're not here. Why? Why can't you just, you know what I mean? If you was with a regular,
right. If you were
was
with a
anybody,
natural born woman.
What do you have to hide?
Right.
And it's not even about if you was with a natural born woman. What do you have to hide? If you talking to your homeboy, my nigga, that's your homeboy. Like, your homeboy knows what's up. So it's like, I would like to believe if you was with another female, cisgender female, she could talk, she could say whatever, like, you know what I mean?
She could be around anybody.
So like,
I'm with Shorty right here.
The fact that like you hear like you.
But at the same time, I mean, if someone do ask someone like, "Oh, who you with?" Who's to say that they want they bros or they niggas to see the girl that they with? Like, I know if I'm on a date, well, if a man is a bad nigga is on a date with a cisgender woman and he's on the phone with his bro, like, yo, bro, what's up? And he like, yo, like, gang, what's the word? He like, yo, who you with right now? It's just giving, I'm with Shorty, like, what's up? Like, it's not giving put Shorty in the camera, even if she is.
That's not what like I said, that's not what I'm saying.
It's still just not acknowledging
the fact that
you.
you're changing who you
acknowledging
are.
you.
Changing who you are. Obviously, you're on a date. You're flicking it up. You're flexing. People see what you're doing. You're posting this on social media.
Right.
This is your close friend. So that's like you posting on the gram. You out and you posting your food. You posting this. You posting that. You posting a lot of romantic stuff. Everybody knows you're not doing this by yourself.
Right.
Right. What I'm saying. Now this is your homeboy. This is not your girlfriend. This is not like anything. Mm-hmm. What would be the reason to not be able to tell your friend what you're doing in this current moment? Mm. Why are you like so tongue-tied, or why are you hiding what you're doing when you're posting what you're doing? Mm. So you're not hiding what you're doing, but you're hiding what you're doing. Right. You hiding what you're doing, who you doing it with. So that was just another big red flag for me, like I said.
So let's move up to date a little.
Right.
So you, and I'm only speaking on this because my pants look high water. I'm only speaking on this because this is my bitch and we're on the phone literally every single day and I know everything. So let's move forward. Super Bowl weekend. You was in Miami.
Oh my God.
Right, let's get into it. Super Bowl weekend, you was in Miami.
No.
He touches down. He makes you cancel your flight to Vegas and you spent Super Bowl weekend with him. What was that like for you?
So basically, I was on my way to Vegas. Mm-hmm. So I had everything packed, but like I'm a very superstitious person, so I feel like if multiple things start going wrong,
it wasn't meant to happen.
So multiple shit was just going wrong, and we didn't get to that part. But like he's, it's a bunch of gaps in the story because niggas hop in and hop out and
so
do what they
fill
do.
them in real quick. You want to talk about that? You know my favorite thing to say.
Great, girl.
You know my favorite thing to say when it come to him.
I mean, niggas is in and out.
Okay. So he was in and out of her life for a period of time.
Yeah.
And every time you've allowed him to come in and out of your life.
When I felt like it.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I felt like it.
No, but he was the one leaving, and then he was the one coming back.
Right. So you're coming back. I'm never chasing you.
But it was giving you miss him, so like of course
I can miss you and still not fuck with you. I can miss you. I can miss you and play the same game you playing with me. You get what I'm saying? If I feel like it. So yeah, he would hop in and out. Like I would fuck with him. Like I said in the beginning, I was fucking with him. We was together for like 2-3 weeks. We was in Texas. Then I left Texas. Then I flew to LA. And child. Basically, like it became a little thing for like at least almost a month, and then after that, it was just like, okay, whole
once in a while.
Yeah.
See you when I see you.
No, actually, niggas said they went away he went to the
military.
Right.
Okay, that's what he said. You don't believe that though.
No, but I seen the graduation photos. I seen the mom. I seen, the things. So yeah, he did. He really was. And then when he got out, he contacted.
Did you really?
No, I really did on my soul. On my soul.
I can't. So Super Bowl weekend, let's bring that back. You're a very superstitious person. If things aren't meant to be, or you take all of these signs just not.
So when he calls me, he's just basically like, "Oh my God, I want to see you." So now this is so random to me because he called. I had all of his numbers blocked, so he's calling, off the sites
Again.
Right.
6 years later.
Off the sites.
Always on the sites.
So I'm over here like, yo, hello, who's this? He's like, yo, what's up? Like, you know who this is? But off the voice alone, I already know who it is. Like,
The love of your life.
like it's just in it, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just like, all right, what's up? I gotta tap in and get back to my, like, what's up? Like, how can I help you? He like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, I'm on my way to Vegas, so like, do that one. He's like, oh, you going to Vegas to be a hoe? And I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to party. Like, I got booked for some parties. Like, I'm going to a party. Like, I'm the baddie. Like, what you, like, what? Bye.
I'm a baddie, like.
Baddie. So, I ended up going to the airport, still trying to go to Vegas. I missed my flight, but I didn't let him know that. So now he's just giving very much, like, don't go, please. So, like, my ego is just giving, like, fuck out of here, like, nigga, like, beg, like, but in my heart, I'm just like, oh my God, like,
He want to spend his weekend
like,
with me.
and, it was his birthday. It was one of the time for his birthday. So he's basically like, I just want to spend my birthday with you.
Right.
So I'm just like, So initially, we were supposed to go to Puerto Rico. That didn't work out, so he ended up coming to Miami. I ended up staying home. And we, continued doing what we did. Normally do. We went out, same shit, same formula. Same formula, but this time, like, I'm a little bit aware now. So now I'm
How
just
to
like,
move with him.
this really sucker ass nigga. He really a sucker, bitch. Like,
And you just sitting there,
No.
loving that sucker nigga. Like, in love with that sucker nigga.
I'm standing behind him though. But yeah, no, like, doing the same old shit. But we had an amazing time though. Like, it was everything.
And so
But actually.
Okay, yeah.
He actually did, like, he tapped in, like, cause like I was doing some other shit with the Juicies. So he was actually coming outside and mixing and mingling with the girls. Now, like, I don't really play that. So I'm just like, all right, like, I don't really like.
Right, you don't want your nigga around all
I don't want no,
these
like,
gay people and stuff.
not even that, but period.
Definitely.
Like Nas, but he was actually outside taking shots with the girls. So I'm just like, yo, this nigga, like, his finesse is so good. Like, he's really, like, look at him, like.
Right. Partying with my friends and my
Just
people.
mixing and mingling. Yeah. But we ended up going out and doing what we do. But,
So moving forward a little from that now, where do you stand?
like, my nigga, like, are we gonna move forward to you or
No, we're
what?
going to get into me, but I'm just trying to, like, give the people an understanding. Like, everything was so good in the beginning, granted, honeymoon phase. And then it gave a few red flags, like, he didn't want to show who he was with, and he brought you around the family, but was it really the family?
Right.
And then, boom, he ups and leaves. He goes to military. He graduates or whatever, pops back up in and out your life a few times, and you're continuously allowing it because you like the attention. You like him. Like, he's just everything to you.
Okay. So this was another thing I did. And it made me realize, like, I'm really feeling this nigga. So I Mr. Numbered his number. I was devastated. Distraught.
What did Mr. Number give you?
Mr. Number just gave me all types of, like, oh no, I really got by this fucking chaser. Like, this nigga is really a chaser. Like, he got multiple reviews. I'm a fucking victim, bitch.
Wait, he has reviews on
Bitch.
Mr. Number?
Like, son.
You know how to pick him.
Like, he picked me. This is what God wanted. Like, whatever lesson God.
What
is
was one of the
teaching me-
reviews?
You want to read it?
Just give us one review.
Basically one.
Bitch, you ain't never said
One review was
No. You ain't missed the number him before he came over?
nah, son.
You just seen Dominican with an afro and you was like, yeah, like I need that.
First of all, he's not even Dominican. It's so bang. Stop doing that. Like,
Okay.
See, this is what
Now
I was
he's
talking
not
about.
Dominican.
He's not even. He's from. I didn't even want to say that. See, edit that out. So yeah, I missed the number that the review gave very much. He just think he's so slick. He don't like paying. Like just all type. Oh, robbery. He robs me. He robs me. He set me up. He beat me up. Like, and he told me that's like initially what he does. Like, oh, okay, I link the girls and I be beating them and I be robbing them. But you know, that's just what.
But he told
Right.
you that?
He told me that. So I asked him, I'm like, so why you ain't robbed me? I really told him, like, yo, why you ain't robbed me? He was like, oh, nah, you're just different. Like,
But not to get personal, but when he came to your house, he did try to steal your car and your Cartier watch, no?
no, don't lie for the cameras. Like, you're not playing like that. Don't play with me.
I thought he took your car and didn't want to bring it
No,
back.
you were lying to Brooklyn. So
No.
he's like, bitch, don't play
That's-
with me. So, no.
Bitch,
no.
do your reviews,
I had that
ladies.
gun on the table. You know what's up, bitch. Bitch, he would have been up there tooted and booted, naked, running down the motherfucking highway, bitch.
All right, but no, so for real, back to what I was saying. So, all right, those are the red flags. But now moving forward, y'all left on a good note, right? When he left Miami, y'all was good.
No, we weren't good because once again, like, he was so confusing. So that's just what made me, I could never sleep.
You could never read him. You ain't know
Like,
how to feel when he
nothing
left.
he did make sense. You would tell me, once again, you would tell me you love me. You'll do all of these type of things, but then you'll do some other shit that contradict what like you just did earlier. So I'm just like, what is your purpose? What are you trying to do? Who are you? Like, what are you standing on? And I was just like, if a person makes you feel like that, they're just no good for you. Like, no matter how good they make you feel, like, you're in that moment. He's basically programmed. He's learning you, and he's like learning how to
finesse
work
you.
Basically,
Right.
I don't even want to call it.
He knows
finesse.
your weak points. He knows
Nah,
how
I
to
want to say
get you.
he's learning your weak points.
He's learning your weak points. He's learning how to get you.
He just learned me, so he
Just
found ways to break
he
me
probably
down.
just did the things and
Nah, that nigga was so fucking good at what he did, bro. Like,
Right.
cause once again, like,
niggas
They're-
will do what you like and make you feel how you want to feel, no matter where they take you.
you be like, if you start fucking, like, no shit. You suck mad, like, you suck a bunch of niggas' dicks, Miss Thing.
Oh my God.
we can't say that.
No, talk your shit.
Like, if you munch mad bird, right? Eventually, you're gonna be a fucking, like, a headhunter, bitch. You get what I'm saying? You gonna have that experience. You gonna know what to do, when
So
to do it.
because he's been around so many girls and been dealing with
And
plenty of
where
women, now
you-
he knows.
A lot of us have the same vulnerabilities. So, like I said, like, the highlights of most of our moments were fabricated because he knew exactly what to
he was
do.
doing, right.
Everything was premeditated. So, like, I'm gonna make you feel special, but I'm gonna make you not feel special at the same time. I'm gonna play with you, and I'm gonna confuse you so you don't know whether you want to go or stay or whatever. So, that's what people do to you when they want to control you. So, if a person is confusing you, they're trying to control you. The devil, he operates off confusion, gimmicks. If it don't make sense, get up out of there.
Don't make money either.
Get up out of there. So yeah, like I said, everything just was just like, for me, like everything was just too good to be true. Like, okay, you rob bitches, you got all of these reviews. Why you ain't rob me?
Right.
Why you ain't rob me? Oh, because I was just so whatever. And
What was his reason? Because he was so what? He was in love with you?
he basically was just like, nah, like
okay. She was the girl.
that. Basically, that's what he said. He was just like, yeah, you're like, you know, I live like.
Because you could go into something with a certain intent, but when you start learning certain things, you start seeing certain things, it'll change your mindset. So maybe he was like, okay. Like,
Maybe this might be one of the
she's
girls I
actually
robbed.
cool, I fuck with her,
But
like,
yeah.
Nah, but I'm not gonna act like I'm totally innocent. Like, I'm a femme queen, so you know how to get what you want when you in these spots. So I definitely was doing certain things to like bust him open and like fuck up his mind as well. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it was
you got the right one.
Basically, that's why he did. I like he because there's been plenty of times like he could have robbed me, he could have did all of these
Yeah.
things, but he has not and has yet to do none of this shit. So I do feel like they do try to finesse, but they end up losing because they start liking you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't get so mad.
So yeah, like Anyway, I'm not about to get into that, but.
Be transparent, Mom. What's
No,
up?
That's just too much tea. Like, that's just for another video. Like, the most dumbest things you've done for a nigga. But
I think we all know that.
we've
Okay.
all been there.
So I'm not here to like give y'all a story, but I was dealing with a guy who considered himself to be straight. I wouldn't say he was a chaser, and I wouldn't say he was DL. Well, maybe a little DL, but that's what I'm saying. When I say DL, it's like you're hiding.
Listen.
Hold on. It's like you're hiding that you're gay when you say DL. DL is like that's what I'm saying. Everybody in the world, like I can't be seen.
Between a guy who hasn't come out the closet yet and said what he is or what he wants to the world. You gotta give everybody that comfortability to come out and say what they are when they want to. But then a DL man, he just doing whatever the fuck he want to do without just doing whatever the fuck he want.
Sneakily, right? Exactly. So I wouldn't say I was dealing with a DL man. He told me he was straight. If you tell me you're straight, then cool. But let me just say this. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. I'm a woman, but I'm a different type of woman. I'm not your average girl. I'm not a cisgender woman. I'm not a natural born female. So she told me don't say this on camera, but I just do. And don't cancel me, because this is not to be canceled. This is just to be very transparent.
I don't have nothing to do with this.
This is just to be very transparent. Excuse me. Bitch, I joke. Maybe that's God telling me to shut the fuck up. But no, I just think sometimes when girls transition and they've been like feeling like a woman since birth, I think they implant into their head, like, can't nothing or no one tell me that I am not a woman.
But that's true.
And that's fine. Can't no one or nothing tell you that you're not a woman. But if we're keeping it a bean, like if we're keeping it a brick, we were all born men.
Okay, but
so people would never look at us as a complete woman, no matter if we get a vagina. No, like nothing is going to make us an actual cisgender woman.
But
we will never be that.
Are they saying that they're cisgender women? Or are they just saying that I'm a woman?
But they're saying that they're not trans either. Like, I'm a woman. What's trans? Baby girl, you're trans. Learn to live in your truth.
Like, some people just like don't like.
And to me,
True, but people be dragging it to the point as if they don't know what the fuck they already are. Like you said, you already know what the fuck you are. You already know what the fuck you were born as. Some people be dragging it, trying to make it seem like people are delusional and trying to be something. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just being you and doing what the fuck you want to do.
So I'm a trans woman.
A tranny.
I think tranny is very disrespectful.
I don't
like tranny.
Fine.
Tranny is very disrespectful. Huh?
Annie's tried.
I'm not a transsexual. I'm a transgender.
A special
Like,
kind of girl.
a transsexual to me is like, when I heard of transsexual growing up, I'm thinking of bitches on a corner and like whole, like bitches on the corners with the girls on the stroll.
That's how I look at y'all, because I see a lot of them that want to be called women and they don't act like women and they don't carry themselves as women and they don't show women love.
They gonna be in the comments like, who
But
is that in the back
there's
breaking?
all different types of women out there in this world.
Right.
Some women don't conform to anything. You have some feminists that feel like they can do whatever. They don't have to live to certain society norms, as people call it. So there's some trans girls who are free and don't conform to anything as well. And then you have there's some girls that feel like they have to, feel like they got to so far in that transition that you can't tell them that they're not cutting. Or a cisgender
Yeah,
woman.
like I did all of this to be this, and I did all
Because
that.
I mean, some girls got kids. They're sex change with kids. They live the life of a woman. So it's like,
And they would never let no one know that they're trans. But baby girl, you're trans.
That's what you are. I give it to you.
You're trans. That's what
I
I'm
don't think they're not saying that they're not trans. I feel like they just feel like
you're living a cunt lifestyle. And when I say cunt, I mean you're living a cisgender lifestyle. And it's like you don't never want to tell no one that you're trans. Your truth is your truth. And that's what I'm saying. I just feel like me.
But that's a you thing.
Your truth. You don't have to.
Yeah, like if you got so far, like first of all, some people that mentally affects some people different, like on a whole different type of level. So just because you're at where you're at and you can embrace yourself the way you embrace yourself, some people they don't look in the mirror and see that. That's not something that they feel like they want to be associated with.
Again, it's no thank you. It's no disrespect.
No,
it's no disrespect. It's not disrespect. All I'm saying is if you're trans, you're trans. I don't care what type of surgeries you get. You're just never going to be.
Oh, if I wanted to be a lesbian right now, but like, oh, I'm a man. Like, bitches gonna be looking at me like.
You're forever going to be a female if you think about it.
I'll go out in the street and punch a dyke in her face right now because she's a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch.
All I'm saying is I'm just not a delusional trans woman, and I'm not saying that other people are delusional. All I'm saying is I know what I'm born, and I will forever consider myself a trans woman.
So what's a trans woman?
Someone who was born male and they transitioned to be a woman.
So if you transition to be a woman, why you can't be called a woman?
I can be called a woman, but let's not get it confused. I'm a specific type of woman.
A woman is a woman.
Right.
Like she said, there's all different kinds of women.
And I'm that trans
So why
woman.
can't you be called a woman?
I can be called a woman, but if we're breaking it down into specific type of women.
So you're putting yourself in a certain type of box.
Everybody wants to be called or referred as to what they represent themselves as. You understand what I'm saying? It could be a woman, a cat, a dog, whatever. If that's what I say I am, and you can't address me or refer to me as such, then maybe we just don't need to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was a woman right now and I said I'm a nigga, and I act like a nigga, and I carry myself like a nigga, bitch, I'm a nigga. I said I'm a nigga. Who the fuck is you to tell me I'm not a nigga?
Okay, y'all eating me up right now. All I'm saying is, I just prefer to be considered a trans woman. Now, when I'm out in public and I'm talking to the niggas and I'm playing cunt, when I'm outside, yes, you know, I'm a woman. I'm never going to be like, hey, I'm trans. But in due time, when me and it...
All right, hold on. Back to the story. Like
I'm getting to that, but y'all all cut me off and we talked about trans and different type of women.
We did it.
All right, cool.
That's
Great.
on your chest.
Glad you know.
You're a woman, bitch.
So he considered himself straight. I'm not here to tell no one that
Did you consider him straight?
And that's my point.
Do you? I'm sorry.
That's my point. I feel like if you're a male and you're dealing with a trans woman, I would prefer to... Why are you keying? If you're a male and you're dealing with a trans woman, I would prefer to say that I prefer to just say that you're a trans attracted male, opposed to saying you're straight.
That's a bisexual man.
But what's bisexual? Because I'm trans. That makes him bisexual.
But you're a special kind of woman.
But no, it makes him bisexual.
You're a special kind of
because I'm a special kind of woman.
Right, but you just said you consider him to be straight. So I'm just.
I never said I consider him to be straight. I said he considered himself straight. Yeah, she's lit over there.
And he's doing whatever he's doing with you. That means that he's comfortable with whatever the fuck he's doing.
And that's basically, that's just what I'm trying to get to. Fuck the labeling. But don't come to me telling me that you're a straight man. Because I'm not a straight woman.
Yeah.
That's all I'm just getting to. So I don't care how much I call myself, I'm a woman, vagina and all. Right. Bitch, I will never be a you. Yeah, which is what I'm saying. Because you would never question a man what he is, bitch. You're dealing with a nigga, you're dealing with a nigga. He's not gonna be like, hey, I'm straight, by the way. You're not gonna be here like, oh, hey, I'm straight too. Bitch, I'm a bitch and you're a nigga and we're just fucking with each other. That's just that, exactly. But when it comes to the trans woman, it's like, well, I have to know what to label myself because you're not cisgender, you're trans, but I also don't want to call myself gay because you're not a man.
Well, that's an in denial ass nigga.
So anyway, I was dealing with a guy who considered himself to be straight. Whatever I consider him doesn't really matter. If he says he's straight, cool. He viewed me as a woman, and that's all that mattered. But I definitely made it clear that I'm a specific type of woman. I'm a special woman. I'm a trans woman. Mm-hmm. And that's what I will always forever be. So we started talking before I got locked up, like a few days before. Everything was going good, regular conversation. And then, boom, I get arrested. So I'm gone for 7 weeks. My inbox is being blown up. I came home to no phone because they confiscated that. I came home to no iPad. They confiscated that. So I'm using my mom's free Obama phone. Y'all know them slow ass phones take forever. But bitch, I did it because I just needed to get on Instagram, bitch. I was missing the internet for months, bitch. So I sign in. We're talking, and I'm like, oh shit, like, I write him back, and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry, something really happened, but he was blowing me up, like, hey, if you just want to dub me, just say that, giving very much fan vibes, like, in my DM. We talked, even in the, he was like, I've been, like, not planning on you, but, like, I've been manifesting you for the longest. Like, I've been said I was going to get you one way or another.
So he was a fan.
Like, he was basically giving fan
been
vibes.
Watching you've
been watching me for the longest.
Your whole transition.
And you was
before the body and the tits.
I don't know about all of that. Maybe in the beginning of the I never said all of that. Calm down. Look at you.
Like, don't care.
Like, bye, bitch, bye. Like,
before big end.
So he was just watching me or whatever the case may be. It was definitely giving, like, fan vibes. I come out, we're talking, I'm like, hey, so sorry, I haven't away for a while. He's like, well, I could pull up tonight, just make sure everything is okay with you. And I'm like, no, like, I'm okay. I don't like bringing people home too soon because, bitch, I live with my mom, or as she would say, my mom lives with me. And if y'all know my mom, y'all know my mom. She's very much real and raw, just like me, and she's out there. So I'm going to be like, Ma, stay in your room. Like, don't come out here. I'm having company. You're not telling me to stay in no fucking room all night. Like, bitch, no. She's walking out there, walking to the living room like, and hello, and what is your name? And who are you to her? Well, nice to meet you. And, like, she just gives all of that. So it just wasn't giving that. I'm like, if you want to come pick me up, we can go for a walk and, like, get to know each other more. I'll get into depth over, like, in person. I can't talk too much over the phone. Bitch, he picks me up. It's like, what, 11 o'clock at night one day. I just had a wash instead. I had like an orange bob with my natural hair. He takes me to like some park that was in like Queens. It had like the beautiful view of like a nice bridge and all of that. And I'm just like in love already with the view. So now we're walking. He gets out the car, bitch. He smells amazing. This nigga's like 6'4". And y'all know I love me a tall, dark skin. I love me a tall, dark-skinned nigga. So I was just over here, like, in love.
Bye-bye.
Bitch, I didn't know he was dark-skinned.
Yeah, well, he's like a little light, a little darker than me. Not dark, but bitch, I consider myself dark-skinned.
Like, we not even gonna go there.
Yeah, because you want to,
like,
no, definitely caramel.
Like,
but if you have to put me on a scale and it only says light skin or dark skin, you're not putting me on the light skin. You're putting me on dark skin. I'm not light skin.
You are.
I'm not light skin.
To us. To us.
I'm caramel. Caramel and darker is dark skin. That's what I'm saying. That's because you're darker.
Right.
Okay, so, but I identify with the darker.
You don't. You can't.
That's your opinion.
You wanna be
if
so
we're getting
bad.
specific,
like,
I'm caramel, and we're gonna leave it at that. But like I said, if it only
look at your neck, look at your arms.
If it's a side of the room that says light skin or dark skin, I'm standing on the dark skin
open
side.
That up, boo.
Open what?
Lift up your shirt, show your chest, boo. You're light. It's okay, light.
Bitch, whatever.
Embrace it. Love yourself.
Anyway, so we're walking, we're getting to know each other. So he was like, damn, like, what happened? What did you do? So I'm just basically breaking him down on, like, everything. And he was like, wow. And I was transparent with him from the jump. Exactly what I do, how I make my money, what comes with me. I'm just a real ass bitch. Give a fuck about a nigga. Don't care how you take it. This is who I am.
If it ain't you, it's gonna be somebody else.
This is what supports me. This is what keeps the roof over my head. This is what keeps me fly. This is what buys me what I want. This is what makes me not have to get up and go to work or do anything. So, bitch, that's just that.
Crazy.
So we're going on and we're just getting to know each other. And as the days and the months go on, we're just like really vibing. Like he comes, stays at my house. I'm staying at his house. I'm still traveling at the time. We're still traveling too. We just out here, we making money and everything. Every time I came back home, I like to spoil you, my men or girlfriend, whoever you are, with gifts. That's my way of showing my affection and my appreciation to you. So I'm in the stores, bitch. I'm buying $2,000 rims. He wanted a Prada bucket hat. It was no more Prada bucket hats in the country. Bitch, I'm calling Canada. Stores
down, man.
I'm calling a store. Let's not.
You shaking boom back. Like, you
I'm calling it
like you got it.
I had it. What you mean?
Like,
if I got it, my nigga got it. Like
what?
I gotta
Who
show
was the
him.
nigga?
Gotta show you how much I appreciate you. Gotta show you how much I'm dedicated to
Shorty bought
you.
rims to everything. Like, I hear that.
So $2,000 rims.
That's how she treat her niggas. Holla at her.
Haha, bye. No holla at me, nothing.
Do that one.
Do that one, bitch. So he wanted a Prada bucket hat. There was no more Prada bucket hats and none of the Pradas in New York City or in the country or whatever. So I had to look internationally now. So now I'm over here looking in Canada. There was only one more in Canada.
Oh, so you went on a hunt for your
Bitch.
So
I had to call Canada, the store in Canada, to get the ship to New York.
Like, so what did he do to make you feel like you had to go all the way out your way to do that? Like, what? How did he get you? What had you so open?
Okay, so in the beginning, he told me he only dealt with one other trans woman, but it only lasted like a week.
You believe that?
I definitely do. I don't feel like.
You still believe that?
Still. I don't feel like, and then she gives this on the phone when we're together because she's always trying to make it seem like niggas be lying. Like
she don't believe it. Go ahead.
She always trying to make something seem more than like.
If you know her, you know she always believes her partners. So.
I mean, you have to.
But no, it's not that I have to until proven wrong. My whole thing is this. Let me tell y'all why I believed him. He told me about the previous girl that he was dealing with. I was like, how many trans girls have you dealt with? Like, what made you like trans women? He was like, I'm not going to hold you. Like, I've always watched trans porn. Like, I was into that type of shit. Like, it was one. He said it was one. It was.
So he beat.
He said it was. He said it was one. No, he said it was how submissive the girl was when the penis was going in the butthole and all of that. That's what he had lived about. He's into anal. He was into anal. So whatever.
Anal's on trannies.
Anals on a trans woman, yes.
We all have buttholes.
Right.
Yes, but I mean, so people like trans women for different things. The exoticness in them, the fact that you've come from a man, the fact that you've come from a man and you got yourself done up to look the way you do. This is my truth. No one laughed at you for how you felt. Like, please, because he was on Mr. Number. Like, bye. We're not doing that.
Don't do that one.
We're not doing that.
Don't do
but
that
let me just say,
one.
I believed him absolutely. He gave me no reason to not believe him if I'm keeping it a bean. Like, if I really felt like there was anything for me to believe other than, I probably would have been like, oh shit, like no shade, shit seems fishy. But it wasn't. So I'm like, so he liked trans porn. Cool. He's always been watching trans porn. He's never dealt with a trans woman. One day he said he was driving. He seen some girl. He like catcalled her out the window. She turned around and he was like, oh shit, like it was a tranny. Like I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
But she comes
they
up to
always got some special story. Like
she comes up to the car. They exchange information.
Nowadays, they notorious. They phenomenal.
Yo, she just happened to like she was so bad. She was so exotic. She stopped and she turned around.
She turned around. She walked up to the car. Trained. They exchange information. He picks her up a different day. They go out. Like they're not going out. I guess he goes for a ride in a car. And he's like, I'm really sitting in this girl's face now, but she doesn't look like what she looked like when I first seen her. Mm-hmm. I'm really getting into her, and it's giving like little pecks of facial hair, and she's looking more masculine than what she originally seemed in the beginning.
What I said before, a lot of them don't take care of themselves as women would take care of themselves. Like y'all look good, y'all fab, y'all make sure everything is good. I feel like some of them don't give a fuck. They just put on the weight and go.
And so after that link up that night, he was giving, this is not what I'm into, like not the type of trans girl that I was going for, like I'm cool.
So at what point did she let him know like she was trans? Because he didn't I didn't hear that part.
I mean, I guess he knew he was trans. He knew.
How?
He said he said she turned around, and when she came to the car, he was giving, oh yeah, like she's trans. But I didn't care. She was bad to me at the time. So I don't know if she had makeup on or something, and maybe she seen him another day and didn't have makeup on, and it was giving.
I got a mustache too, bitch.
So it was just like, what? Especially if
I didn't get too much into details for him. Like, I don't want to hear about the next bitch anyway.
What I'm saying is, like, for that to be your first experience and you to be so okay, like, first of all, you know, how do you know what
you mean to be so okay?
Like,
you watch trans porn, you see what different transgenders look like. There's transgenders on porn who look like men.
The information that I've taken in, I feel like it's something that he's been here done.
Like, please.
I mean, like
please.
Bitch,
like, what? That don't make no sense at all. Like, help her.
I've been around you for so many years.
No
like,
shame.
from the beginning.
You don't have to hold my hand.
Give me your hand.
I'm good.
Mom, come on, chill.
They do exactly what they want to do. It's no problem.
And that's a cisgender woman speaking.
What everybody else and who it is and this and that, but it's okay to do whatever the fuck you want to do. I feel like a lot of niggas be knowing what they're doing when they're doing it. It's just what they like.
So she turns out to be trans. He's not saying he denies liking trans women, but that was his first encounter with the trans girl.
Okay.
That's what he's never said.
He was going to take it there if she didn't have hair sticking out her chin.
He said he liked her. He liked what he seen the first time. He didn't mind the fact that she was trans. No one ever said he denied the fact that he liked that she was trans. So they're talking or whatever, they're linking up. But now she's like really sitting in his car in his face, and he's just giving, it's just not giving what he thought it was giving when he seen her outside the car. Like, she looked better outside the car than done it. I don't know. The hands was ashy. I don't know if the hands was hard. I don't know. I can't speak. All I know is that she had chin hairs and facial hair, and he was like, nah, like
out of a book. Like, I wiped my glasses and her feet was a size 14, and yeah, like, when the smoke cleared, I seen the Adam's apple, like.
So that was that, or whatever the case may be. So that was his first experience with the trans woman. So do I believe that was his first experience?
Off the street.
That was do I believe she was standing with a bunch of girls. No, it wasn't no show.
So she
was like outside with a bunch of girls.
At a club or something.
No, not at a club. Like, she was outside, like standing in front of like a store.
Oh, okay.
And he's like driving by the store, and like he's like, oh shit, she fired. So like he honking a horn. He like, yo. And she turned around and he like, yeah, you, like, come over here. And she walks up to the car and she's like, oh yeah, what's up? He was like, what's up with you? Like, what's your name? I guess they're exchanging information at this time. Cool. She goes back across the street. He goes on with his night. They start texting or whatever. He was like, yeah, I would love to get to know you. Like, what's up with you? Come meet me, or like, I'll come pick you up.
She probably wasn't what he thought she was.
That's what I'm saying. She was probably done up that night. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. And then when she decided to really see. But my thing is, why not be your best and you're going to go meet a nigga either? But to each his own. He ain't like what he's seen or whatever. So my thing is, if you're going to tell me your experience with one girl, why would you sit here and have to lie about all of your experience with other females if you did have experience with other trans women? I'm the one to lie to, because I'm going to let you know my experiences with a straight nigga.
Maybe he just didn't tell you.
That's what I'm saying. And
but you making it seem like I'm so delusional that I don't want to believe it, bitch. He's never gave me a reason.
I'm not saying
but you're over here like, oh, well, do you believe that?
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's why I'm reasoning for believing it.
Some guys do stuff like that with the intent to make you feel special. Exactly. I want you to feel special. I want you to feel like, oh, I'm inexperienced, so you can always cherish this. Because, of course, nobody wants to be associated with the tranny chaser, the guy that has so much experience. We going there? Y'all, you want to go there? We being transparent?
I mean, we can definitely be transparent.
Okay, because,
I'm always down for that.
Nah. But that's what I'm saying. Guys do things like that with the intent to make you feel special. And this is, that's why these niggas are, level 7 video chasers. Because the finesse is so good. And it's not only us, trans women. It's women out there
that go through
the same thing. That's how they be trapped with kids and everything. They be gagging. And there's guys as well, because these guys, they just run around. They're narcissists. They're built so different. In my opinion, they're hurt on another level that they run around just fucking everything up. Just damage control,